I'm Pastor Paul Wilson of the Union Hill Union Grove Baptist Churches in Buckingham County, Virginia, where I've served for the last 19 years or so. And I have been a pastor for 46 years, and I've been trying to preach, for about 47, and I'm 65 years of age. Highly educated. I'm also a business owner in Virginia, one of the oldest businesses in Virginia. I'm fifth generation. And my 24-year-old grandson has recently announced that he desires to be Generation 7. As pastor of Union Hill Church for the last 3 years or so, that we've been anxiously fighting against the proposed compressor station and pipeline, the Atlantic Coast pipeline situation that is proposed for Virginia. For the section that we're in, we're at the halfway mark. We're at ground zero, less than 1 mile from the proposed compressor station, which will be devastating to our church community and to our way of life. This is certainly rural. We have 2 churches, all have come out of from the Civil War since that time of Reconstruction, and ancestral burial grounds, and our church community is deeply tied to that community. We question Dominion's motives. It's all about money. Politicians have been bought off and have taken sides. And simply, if you would just simply follow the money, I think you would really see the true example of what Dominion is all about. Now, when I talk about Dominion, I'm talking about the industry as a whole. Politicians have lied. You can't believe what they're saying. Big corporations have lied throughout history, and Dominion is simply, they fall definitely into that category. Lies have been told from our local courthouse to the White House in the support of such projects of such magnitude, and which is certainly devastating to what we stand for and for what we believe in. You know, we talk about things about the rights of our people, of all Americans, no matter where they come from. And there are certain protections that are guaranteed in the Constitution. Our political officers and constitutional officers, they take pledges to protect us from foreign and domestic forms of destruction and annihilation. But there's also, we need to be protected as well from those domestic violences within, the environmental dangers that we face daily. And there are so many problems that are going on. And a lot of this can be stopped simply by saying no. Anytime that you have threats to water and land and air, and especially on this particular scale, and you can't guarantee the fallout from mishaps, and there's no legal compensation for those who are directly impacted, of course, you need to stop it. It shouldn't even be any thought to why you would advance such a program. And it's been proven over and over again that it's strictly about money. And money does have its purposes, but money should never be the overriding factor for making such decisions of such a magnitude that will affect generations to come. And so we diametrically oppose the Atlantic Coast pipeline. Of course, the proposed 54,000 horsepower compressor station. Our church has been lied to. Our community and our membership has been lied to by those who are making these decisions that will impact us for quite a time to come. So I guess that's enough. That's what it is in a nutshell to explain where we stand. I've been a civil rights fighter for years and grew up in the early civil rights movement. And as I was getting older, I thought things were going to change. And since I've been since I've been pastoring here in Buckingham County, I've now found myself to be an environmentalist as well. And we have to be concerned about our environment. And so we need to look beyond the hype and the political propaganda and the propaganda of big businesses, and do our own research and find out really what the truth is and what the real answers are. And people need to decide where they stand on issues of this magnitude, of this type, because it certainly will affect things to come in future generations.